Hello, hello! Hi guys! How are we doing today? Oh, we're doing good. Look at him! Look at him, guys! Ah! Ah! Yeah! Screaming. Screaming! Hi, Enzo! I hope you're doing good today. Oh my gosh. I'm still hyped. I'm still hyped about the cheng heguang. He came home so early. Early as in, like, early into his banner. Not early as in early in pulls. I had to pull, how many pulls did I? Hold on. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys the pulls. One thing I can say, though, is that I can't wait to not gamble in reverse 1999 right now. That's such a crazy... It's such a crazy, like, sentiment to have right now. But I can't wait. I can't wait to not go gambling. I can't wait to skip next banner. And I can't wait to just not, like, be sweating so aggressively for drops and pulls. It's gonna be so chill. I would be so chilled out right now. Although, I guess I'm not, like, as chilled out as I imagine I want to be. Because, okay, let me show you the situation, actually. Okay, let me get the stuff. So, look at the drop Oh, jeez. You were playing Dead by Day. Hey, yo, how is that going? How's that? I need to. Well, I say I need to, but I don't need to. I've been thinking about maybe. Did I? Hold on. Okay. I was like, I wasn't sure if I actually like speed ran my dailies earlier today or not. I don't know. I did that last night, I think, which is why my auric cell. Look at my auric cells, by the way. Look at this. Not even fully refilled yet. Crazy. Who even am I anymore? Going well. Play. Ooh, you're playing Springtrap. Yo. Oh my gosh. Seeing me play DVD would be awesome. Man, I'd have to see how it would go. Cause there is stream proof of me playing DVD. I have streamed it before. But it was the laggiest experience I've ever had in DVD. Look at my what? Why are you saying that? What did I say? Auric cells? Yeah? Is it not? Wait. Is that not what they're called? What do you mean? That's the DV. Oh! Wait! What is this called then? Wait! That's what I've been calling these the whole time! Wait! What are they called then? There's some kind of cells. I guess that's why. That's not me being... I guess that's me being DVD brained, but not even realizing it. No, that's like these things. Unless they are called... Wait. Oh, bro. Have I really been this DVD brained? What the... That's like the candies. Hold on. No, it's they're called cellular activity. That's why I've been calling them orcs. I knew they were cells. It's just cellular activity, actually. Wow. They didn't come up with a funky name for it. They're just like cells. It's cellular activity. That's like a candy. They took it from a tree or something. Yeah, it's just your cells. And then you can like take candies. Basically kids, you can take your drugs to increase your energy in reverse 1999. You can get a sugar high to like expand your energy. Seriously? DVD has 2 V8 now? Does it like always... Wait, do they always have 2 V8 now? Like it's a... Oh my gosh. Hold. Let me try and get my thought process. It's not a limited mode anymore. It's a continuous mode. Oh, it is an event from time. But details. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it, especially because of the whole IDV shenanigans. I'm like, well, I mean, hypothetically, I could go back to their competition. I could go back. Man, ID. We all go to DVD. Man, no, I don't want to do that actually. And don't do that, guys. Save yourself. Save yourselves. You didn't save yourselves from IDV, but you can save yourselves from DVD. I promise. You know, I'd be down. I'd be down to like try and stream it again. I just have to see it if like, cause when I tried streaming it, it was kind of in that time frame where my bitrate was always janky, and yeah, I don't think I had my Ethernet cord at that point, so I didn't have as much stabilization as I do now. And we've seen how well that's been going recently, but that's had outside factors messing up my internet. So I'd say it could maybe. Do you have a better PC? I have the same PC. I'm on a temporary hard drive is what it is. But my actual hard drive is fixed now, I think. Either it's fixed or they gave me a replacement. Regardless, it's the hard drive that I had, the former hard drive I had is with my sister and her boyfriend.
I never considered
so whenever we hang out again, they'll snatch my PC and put the hard drive, swap the hard drives back.
Honorable mistress.
Yeah, but back then I didn't have like an Ethernet cord. I was running on my Wi-Fi, so, and while that worked in the beginning of my streaming, it stopped working. So that's why I got the Ethernet cord, and then fixed it. Except for like the little hiccups we've had recently. But again, I think that's just because like our internet was like rebooted one day, and then and then the other time we lost the power. So I think I think the internet just kind of got jacked up. I think I've just also heard people kind of complaining about the internet here as of recently. So that might be playing a factor into why my bitrate's been cooked recently. So yeah, I would say I would experiment. I would at least experiment, give it a try, see what happens. If it works, it works. Then we have another game. If it doesn't work, then rip. Cause I can play DVD off stream. Like I could play it off stream just fine. It was when I streamed it that it wasn't fine. So I would have to like check again to see if the same issues arise or not. But yeah. Wait, okay, so look at my cellular activity. Now that I know that it's just... See, Oryx cells just sounds cooler. Thank you, DVD, for that. You've made me very, very pilled towards Oryx cells. My cellular activity. My cellular activity. Although I do have the... Wait, do I even have... Oh, I do have candies. Man, I only have the... Oh, I only have those candies. Oh. Why am I... Oh, wait. I was about to ask why am I so poor when it comes to cellular activity. But then I just looked up at my drops and I was like, oh, that's right. I'm a sweat. I've been sweating. I've been sweating, guys. But yeah, so, okay. So this is why. This is why I want to be sweating. This is why I'm sweating this amount of drops. Let me show you guys. I want... Where is it? This. Wow, I chose the right thing. I want this. I want my suitcase to look like this. And it cost 1,650 drops. I want it. I want this. And there's more. There is more theming to this. Let me see if it's here or if I have to go into the shop. The proper shop. I have to go into the proper shop. Okay. I hate trying to figure out where that is. The one thing about Reverse 999 is I get really lost. Hella lost. Where are we? The bank. Wow, the bank. I work at the bank. This. Okay, where is it? This. I want this as well. And if I'm going for that, maybe I'll get the profile picture as well. Like, if I'm sweating this hard, why don't I just go with a full length of sweating? I just really enjoyed the event, and I like how it looks. I would like to theme my suitcase. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hi, Jasper. Did you see? I have not. I will sneak a peek right now. Give me a second. Challenge yourself. More like challenge your PC, but yeah. We'll run her through the ringer a little. Why not? See what happens. How bad could it be? I've streamed with my bitrate like absolutely cooked. So, you know. If it's really laggy, I'll just ignore it. You know what I mean? How much of that other currency? Oh yeah, that's the paid currency. So I got 0. I would like to give you a 0. And in fact, I did get a 0. Buy it. I will be buying it, but not with money. I will be continuing to sweat my ass
I had
off.
little free time as the constable, but the busy days gave me as a child.
Actually, I need to poke him
3 days
real quick. Okay. So wait, how much do I have? Okay, I've won 440. So 1,500. 1,530. Weekly activeness. Why did it swap there? I didn't tell you to do that. If I speed run my weeklies, 100. Okay, so then I would be really close. I would need 20 more drops. So clearly I can get it because I sweated my ass off. I don't think I've not sweated this hard in Reverse 999. Let me tell you.
Well, now,
My God.
what to do?
I can't believe I have such these gacha games. These gacha games, bro. They be getting me. They be wanting me to pull. But I will not be pulling for a bit. And reverse 999 now. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to have a break. Have one gacha game that I won't be sweating in. Because let me tell you, so see, this is the thing. It's not even just reverse 1999 that I've been sweating in. I've been sweating in several other gacha games too. And I need a break. I need a break. Oh, I've been clocking into these gacha games like it's my job. Did you know? I guess. Wow, really, Jasper? I did not know. I did not know you guessed that. You definitely didn't guess that in my chat. Whoa, that's so crazy. That's still so crazy though. Congrats on knowing his voice though. Pop off, Jasper. Okay, hold on. Wait, I opened up my Discord and then I like looked at everywhere else. Oh, wait. I thought wait. Did I not react to that? What the? Did I envision that wait, hold on. What the? I swear I reacted to that. Wait. Hello? What the? I swear I did. What the? Wait. Huh? Bro, I could have sworn. And Jasper, I swear to you, I remember typing up like a yo and sending that. I swear I envisioned that in the Discord and it's gone. What happened? I don't know where that went. I don't know where that went, but surely the message was contextualized. It was conceptualized, I promise. It just somehow didn't get like actually in the Discord, but I fully imagined and believed that I sent a message. I did in fact hallucinate a message there. So, but you did. Apparently I didn't. I fully did imagine that I did though. I did in fact imagine that. So, okay, well, I guess that's a thing now.
We will experience all this over and over again.
That's like how back in school, I used to imagine that I would write down stuff and that I just didn't. Fun fact about me, I used to get, for math class, I used to get all of my all of the math notes printed for me. So I would have my notes, and then I would have the teacher's notes printed off for me, because I used to do that to the point that I was, I didn't know that I was, not writing it down. And then I would just, when I go to study for exams or whatever, I would have no notes to study, because I would fully miss sections. So, I guess that's making a comeback. Man, what a great comeback, because I've also been ghosting more recently. I've been reading messages and not responding to them on purpose. That's a me problem I've been having lately. Well, it's not on purpose. It's on purpose in the sense that I'm like, oh, I'll respond to that later. And then I don't respond back to it later. I'm like, oh, I'll be in a better mood to respond to this later. And then I forget, because of course I forget. Because we just streamed since I'm on Val with a friend, but I'll be here lurking. Okay, Jasper. That's fun. Have fun. Okay, but yeah, truly, wow. Wow, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pay more attention to what I'm at. Maybe it's just because I've been really sweaty with these gacha games. I need a break. I need a break away from the sweat. From the sweating. Where I'm so close to this stuff, I'm just chilling though. Wait. Okay, so, also today, because I didn't say what the plan was. The plan is we're reading this. And also, wait. This and this. I think I'm gonna do cheng heguang first. I'm sorry, Paper Heron. Cheng heguang came home. Oh, no, to be fair, Paper Heron also came home. The both of them came home. Shockingly. But yeah, I think I'll do cheng heguang's first. Or maybe I should do hers first, because hers came out first. Hers was available at first. Maybe... Maybe I do that. Maybe I do that. Okay, yeah, let me do that instead. Wait. Okay, so spring comes slowly. We meet again in the new year. As May blossoms fade and apricot flowers bloom, let the past drift away on the wind. Let it bring us spring. Does this have voice? I forget if this has voice. Oh my gosh, look at those drops. Okay, we don't have to sweat. We're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know this was here, bro. Actually, I'm very glad that I didn't, because I would have used it for, well, I wouldn't have because I don't do story stuff off the stream. I would have been really dying for it, though. I would be like, man, it'd be so easy. It'd be so easy to read the story, or just even skip it. But it didn't know. Bro did not know. Alright. Stage 1, a Taoist Awoken. Do these have voice acting? I forget. Do I gotta pull out the voice acting? The morning began with soothing silence, punctuated only by a soft, cool breeze. But soon after, the first rays of sunlight broke through in full. This is similar to Noir's thing. I don't think Noir's had voice acting. I think we're gonna have to pull it though. And I see the first gas of spring. It's gonna have like the little half, like, well, not even half voice acting. It's gonna have like partial voice acting, I think. A young Taoist rests atop a leafy tree, feathered by the spring breeze and shaded by the leaves, slowly drifting towards sleep. Faint voices from below rouse her. She leans in to listen carefully.
Master.
Wow, bro, there's 2 words there. Come on, you could have just said Finch. Finch? Though drowsy from her rest, she leans closer, still, trying to make out what the voices are saying. Only to lose her balance and fall into endless darkness. Whoa! In Chun Town. The sky above is a dull pale gray. The first lunar month has just ended, and despite the melting of the ice and snow, the air feels colder than it should. The innkeeper slowly paces through the courtyard with her hands behind her back, before deciding to rest in an empty chair. It's freezing. Why hasn't that boy thrown more wood on the fire? Where's that loud anyway? Oh. Didn't anyone teach you that there are rules out here? I don't care about your rules. I follow my own principles. Is it too much to ask for a single day where no one draws their weapon in my inn? The innkeeper sighs and slips away from her barely warm chair, moving deftly around the corridor to hide herself. Madam. I was wondering where you gone off to. Avoiding your work, no doubt. This is hardly my fault. Besides, it's not as though we have any real customers today. Shh. Be quiet. They might hear you. Alright. I'll just take a quick look to see what's happening. Oh my, that man has a knife in his hand. For the girl he's facing, actually looks calm, relaxed even. Wait, that peculiar mule of hers seems familiar. The innkeeper pulls the curious waiter back down and glares at him. What are you doing? Are you trying to get us both killed? Please don't break my elm tables and chairs. I only bought them this winter. Why must they start a fight just as we're closing for the night? A sudden yawn comes from a forgotten corner. Closing time already. The young Taoist in red lifts her head from her arms. A crease from her sleeve has left a faint mark on her cheek. She stands up and brushes off her clothes, but looks reluctant to leave.
But
I haven't finished my mung bean cakes. Forget about the cakes. You'd better find somewhere to hide. There's gonna be a fight. Should it get out of hand, some innocent bystander may get hurt. That's the last thing I need on my conscience. A fight? Where? I don't see any. Oh. What are you? Why are you sitting back down?
don't worry.
Because there's nothing to worry about. That girl knows her limits. She'll be careful. What about the angry-looking man? The man? Oh, he's certain to lose. So sleepy. This will take a while. Wake me up when you close. What? This is no time for a nap! The Taoist gives a casual wave of her hand. Her head already resting on the table once more. Oh my gosh, give her hand. So wait, is this who is the girl that's fighting? While the Taoist sleeps soundly, tensions run high near the gate. Girl with a mule. Even if they don't aspire to be a hero, a Taoist should never use their skills to cheat people. Ha! Who spoke any words of heroes? I won't let some irritating little bug lecture me. Come on, let's see what you're made of. It takes no strength to know right from wrong. And this is a wrong I cannot walk away from. Big talk, little bug! Let's go! Get his ass, girl. Hey! The man pushed back a step into the courtyard, nearly topples before steadying himself. Bug's waiting. Come on. Whoa! From his hiding spot, the waiter slaps a nearby wall in realization. I remember her. She was involved in that trouble at the pawn shop last month. Apparently, the pawnbroker Wang was pressuring a customer to sell their family heirloom. That girl happened to pass by, so she intervened to try and reason with him. After exchanging only a few words, it escalated into a full-blown fight. Oh, that girl. She showed up just before the Dusho festival, if I'm not mistaken. I heard she was looking for the what was it again? Chiflos? Whether she found it or not, she's certainly causing a world of trouble. Neither pawnbroker Wang, palace seller Li, nor the head of the armed escort, Mr. Zhao, could stand against her. Yo! The waiter counts out the names on his fingers, while the innkeeper shakes her head disapprovingly. She's certainly bitten off more than she could chew this time. Oh no! They're coming this way! Come, let's get out of here! You there, are you coming? The sleeping Taoist only shifts place in response, clearly more interested in staying where she is. As the fight draws closer, the innkeeper lets out a weary sigh, grabs her bubbly waiter by the collar, and rushes into the kitchen. So, you've got a few tricks up your sleeve after all. Not bad. If you return the money you swindled and swear to clean up your act, I'll let you go. Ha! And what makes you think I'll stay true to my word? That money is long gone, and I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. With a glance at the napping Taoist, the man's sneer twisted to a malicious grin. He flicks his wrist, sending his knife flying toward her. Watch out! Gritting her teeth, she pivots and throws her longsword, sending it flying through the air and knocking the knife aside. She breathes a subtle sigh of relief. The long sword clatters to the ground, the sound almost lost in the man's bellowing laugh. With another sneer, he draws the second blade and brings it down in a heavy slash.
I don't think that's for the best.
Now that's a little... Wait, That's a little much, don't you think? The blade stops mid-descent, its edge caught between a pair of fingers. Whoa! Orifarm! Paper hair and Orifarm! White chi coats the Taoist's fingertips. She turns and smiles at the stunned girl. Apologies for interrupting. I'm sure you can handle him yourself, but I just hate it when people don't play fair.
My cake!
I should have... No! My cake! She wants that dang cake, bro. She swiftly brings her index and middle fingers together, tracing a sigil in the air. At once the blade, knocked cake, sails back onto the table. Phew, that was close. A Taoist. The man looks her over and notices the white jade sword at her side. So you had a powerful master waiting for me, did you? Powerful master? Who? Where? You're nothing but a fraud, despicable little bug. I know nothing of her. I really only came here for the cakes. Trouble showed up, so I stepped in. Nothing more, nothing less. None of you stopped. Perhaps we can talk this out like reasonable people. The man lashes out with another strike, harmlessly cutting through the air above the Dao's head. Not a talker, I see.
贯气民宿，沉动开威。
With a flow of chi, the mind opens wide. Oh, paper hair needs to trace the line to cut. Oh, jeez. Okay, needs to control the flow of chi to transform the paper and complete the cutting. Whoa, oh, down there. First, drag from here and control the flow of chi along the line. Oh, bro, look at that. Look at that sick. Oh, jeez, okay. Shh. Everyone ignore how shaky my hands are. Okay, bro. Oh my gosh. And this is why I use a tablet to draw, and I would never be someone who uses a mouse to draw. Digitally, clearly, it's not in the cards, bro. It's not. I'm already shaky with the tablet, bro. Y'all right? We're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah! Second, tap here to fuse chi to cut out the details. Okay. Huh! I was like, oh, please don't tell me please don't tell me I gotta do all this. Oh. Whoa, look at that. A red paper swallow flutters in the air, spins twice, then comes to rest at the tip of the man's knife. Is that all you've got? The paper swallow teeters on the spot.
Oh, my mistake.
Sorry. Haven't done this for a while. Now!
What's wrong?
What's happening? The man only stares, dumbfounded, as the swallow snatches the knife by the hilt and flies off with it toward the gate. My knife! You too! Fine. You and your master win this round, little bug. But don't let me see you in Chuntown again.
Not to worry.
What a coincidence. I was planning on moving anyway. Oh, he's gone. I wonder if he heard me. The Taoist sits back with a yawn and a lazy shake of her head, her eyes turning to the girl's mule. The Taoist sits back with a yawn and a lazy shake of her head, her eyes turning to the girl's mule. Your mule. Perhaps you'd like to tie it up? Huh? Oh, right. Gathering herself, the girl affectionately pats the mule's ear and ties it to a pillar. Okay, so real quick question. Are we gonna... Something happened to this girl, didn't it? She's cooked, isn't she? Rest in peace, girl. A preemptive rest in peace. That was rather hairy. Thank you for dealing with that brute. My name is Pip, by the way. Would my rescuer be so kind as to give me hers?
Think nothing of it.
You're very welcome, Pip. They call me Paper Heron. Lady Paper Heron. But just Heron will do. Alright, Heron.
Heron.
So sorry to have disturbed your rest. Please allow me to repay you with a meal. Oh, there's no need for that. I still have my cakes to work through. It would be remiss of me not to... Drop that right this instant! A sheet of snow slides from the inn's eaves. Paper Heron turns her gaze toward Pip's outburst. The mule, somehow freed, eyes her slowly, and with a deft flick of its tongue, it swipes the last cake! No! Not the mule stealing her cake! Did your mule just... I swear to you, I didn't tell him to do that. Right. Not to worry. Huh. So, you said something about buying me a meal. Give me those drops, bro. Okay, wait. I gotta see. How many dropped? Okay, we're at 1,500. Okay. It's so close. It's so close that it's bothering me how close it is. You know what I mean? Wait, I didn't read the title. Okay, wait. It shows the title though. The Mountain in Her Memory. I love how stressed I got there. I was like, wait. I didn't read the title. Bro does not remember the title can be read. Heron?
Heron.
Finch.
I thought you were due to be back tomorrow. So, what did you do with yourself while I was gone? Oh, while I was away.
Well...
Oh, they all got, like, bird names. Ooh, okay. The only thing there is to do, recite text, morning and evening, over and over. And Master's sign in the courtyard has nothing to do with you? Well, he asked me a question and I answered honestly. Pearlfinch lets out a resigned, knowing sigh. Answered honestly. And what might that answer have been exactly? Yesterday before the morning class, Master went into his long lecture as always, and then asked each of us our plans for the future. Brother Liang's aspirations are the same as always. He dreams of mastering the art of the blade. wants to carry the White Horse School's name far and wide.
Well,
You can guess what Master said to that. Our school's sword is not a tool for violence.
what do you think, eh?
Not a bad impression, eh? Well, you would know how to do it. You are the one who puts that look on his face most often. Yeah. Then Brother Sun stepped forward and said all who practice Taoism ought not to disrupt the natural flow of things, but rather tend to their own minds, the very idea passed down from ancestor to rule. You know the words, when one's mind is tranquil and free of distracting thoughts, all things between heaven and earth will become one with it. Master got so angry he did that thing where he paced back and forth with hands clasped behind his back. Oh, what am I to do with you all?
Finch.
That's exactly what Master said. Paper Heron clears her throat and puts her hands behind her back. Your honesty is commendable. However, you've chosen narrow paths. One's lacking true vision or growth. Pearl Finch, your senior sister, however. Your senior sister, bro. Sorry, I just gotta... We live in a society where we are Englishified. I'm not saying that again. Pearl Finch, your Zhezhe, however, possesses a more expansive vision. You would do well to look at her as your role model. I don't know if I fully pronounced that correctly, but I will rather mispronounce the word than say senior sister, bro. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I was so happy for you, hearing such praise, that he caught me off guard when he simply asked me to share my own desires. You told him you wanted to go down the mountain and sell mung bean cakes, didn't you?
Hmm?
Ah! Yes, Wait, how did you know that? Brother Young greeted me with the news before I even stepped through the gate. Paper Heron Stern Sr. finally smiles. If I recall, it was Tao Soon last time. Why the turn to mung bean cakes? Well, Tao Su are much too risky to make. I'd never get the crust crisp enough. Mung bean cakes are far easier.
Heron.
Clearly you thought this through. Of course I have. If spiritual development demands our full focus, then I say daily life does too. Master teaches that the way is in everything. Brother Liang seeks it in the sword, Brother Sun in the mind. As for me, I'll look for it in my cakes. Perhaps we'll each find our way. No wonder Master is upset. One fights, one studies, and one dreams of running a cake shop. The White Horse School has soldiers, scholars, and even wanderers, yet none will answer its true calling. None will take up the duty of subduing Laozhou. That's not true. We still have you. Me?
That's right.
We all know Master favors you, and you're the one who's been seeing to the school's affairs. It's only right that you inherit its legacy.
Me?
Oh.
I don't think so.
See? Sometimes they do voice act, and it throws me off guard. One second. Literally the fact that like she threw me off was saying like actually saying that full line. I was just about to say it. Hold on. Me. Okay. Keeping Lanzhou subdued is our duty. A duty we all accept without hesitation. When the day is done, we each have different gifts. She shakes her head and smiles, her shoulders dropping as she decides not to finish her thought.
Never mind.
So, I brought some fresh Tao Su from town. I'm not certain they'll be to your liking, but... Paper Heron's hand darts out, retrieving a Tao Su with masterful precision. She takes a bite, and her expression melts with satisfaction. Heavens above, this is the taste. Why do mine never taste like this? Well, this confirms things. For me, the way does not lie in Tao Su. It is only in mung bean cakes that I shall discover my path. Perhaps wait until you try some tomorrow before declaring your life's new mission.
Finch!
Tomorrow? What's so important about... Wait, do you plan to take me down the mountain? Oh! Wow, look at her! Not for fun. We've got some business to attend down there.
In the future.
And only if you promise me one thing. If Master asks what you desire, please stop telling him you want to sell paper cuttings or snacks. Alright, fine. I shall tell only you. He has high hopes for you. It hurts him to hear you say it. Oh. A ladle of hot oil splatters over the tofu, releasing the sharp aroma of spring onions and chili that hits the customers immediately. This tofu, is it supposed to have this white fuzz? Whoa. White fuzz? Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, I was like, wait. And then I remember, has anyone else seen like those videos of like the fuzzy like tofu? Cause I have, and I was like, oh wait, no, never mind. That actually is a thing. Don't worry, miss. This is a Hangzhou specialty, hairy tofu. You won't find it anywhere else. Oh wow, it tastes incredible. Heron, you must try some. Achoo! It's all right. Not too different from the tofu I've had before. You don't like it? Let's get you something else.
That's all right.
Don't you fret. I'm just being picky. No. I promised you a good meal, so a good meal you'll get. Excuse me, may I have...
But...
You want more? We've already ordered 8 dishes.
All right.
Oh, would you look at that? Pip glances at the full table and hesitates.
Heron.
It seems none of these dishes were to your liking, Heron. Will you still help me? Paper Heron can't help but laugh. You've been generous to me, despite my picky habits. It would be wrong of me not to. You mentioned something about Lanzhou, correct?
I think...
We're both Taoists, so you must know the story. The one about the Hangzhou immortal who sealed the beast away.
Well...
Yes, I know. And you want my help dealing with this beast, eh? That won't be an easy task. Pip is startled by her directness. Of course not. We don't have that kind of strength. What I wanted to ask was, are you familiar with chi stagnation?
About that...
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though I'm not certain we're thinking of the same thing. I've only heard my elders mention it. Oh, I've only heard my elders mention it, so please correct me if I'm wrong.
That's all right.
Go ahead. Tell me what they said. The beast was subdued, but its influence on Hangzhou remains, causing some places to suffer from a stagnation in the flow of qi. I was told the danger varies. Sometimes it's a little more than a tremor. Sometimes it causes mountains to crumble or rivers to change their course. But no matter the scale, it cannot be ignored. Left to fester, even minor stagnation can spiral into a catastrophe.
Indeed.
Sounds about right to me, though few possess this knowledge. Those touched by the immortals' power are rare. The immortal? Oh, you mean the Taoist who once subdued Lanzhou?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, about 200 years ago. One of my ancestors passed near Zhu County and was fortunate enough to receive guidance from that very same immortal. Of course, we don't come close to their level of skill. We can still discern a thing or two through the flow of qi.
200 years.
Has it really been that long? They say for an immortal, a century is but a moment. Anyway, while I was passing through, I noticed signs of stagnant qi flow nearby, enough to tell me it could be serious. Would you help me investigate them? I swear, if you help me, I will come to your aid whenever you need it. I don't know if I'll be of much use to someone like you, but I'll do whatever I can.
Sure.
Alright.
You mean to say...
What? You've agreed just like that? Paper Heron jubs her fingers on the table.
That's right.
Well, you know what they say. Destiny brings people together. And it seems in our own ways, we're both bound to that immortal. A rarer touch of destiny than most encounter in their lives, wouldn't you say? There will be an ad break in 2.5 minutes, by the way. Oh my gosh! Oh, I gotta. Okay, whatever, sure. Oh my gosh, look at how straight my lines are, guys. Oh my gosh! Can I like restart? Can I restart, bro? Can I Wait. Is it? Hold on. Okay, I can get back. Okay. Okay, at least I can. Okay, so I can stop. Like, I can stop and readjust myself when I get up here. Okay, that's nice. Because, like, I know I don't have to be perfect, but, like, that was horrible, man. Oh my gosh. Nah, maybe I should just go to town with it. Bro, look at that little wave there. Honestly, it's a stylistic choice, guys. Try it. The stylistic choices. No, but like, I love how, like, I don't know. If you've ever watched, like, drawing tutorials, they're like, don't, like, pick up your pencil or whatever. Like, Just just be confident in your lines, bro. Do you see what confidence in my lines gets me? It don't matter if I have like the confidence or not. I cannot draw a straight line. Look at that. It's a good thing it fixes it for me. Well, like, what the? Yeah, oh, look at the little guys. Give me those drops. $1,530. Fort Word bound. Wait, what is all, like, how many? Okay, the chapters? I didn't complete the survey, okay. How many chapters are there? 8. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah! Oh, hey, guys, fun fact. It was my stream anniversary. I forget what day it was, but my affiliate anniversary was, like, a couple of days ago. Hold on. I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday, because I opened up my Twitch, and I accidentally opened up the stream manager instead of, the VODs section of Twitch, because I was trying to download my VODs to YouTube. I found out, yo, been an affiliate for a year. Yippee! Hold on, let me see. No, it was Saturday. It was Oh, well, it was Friday going into Saturday. It was like 12:30 my time. Alright. A cool evening spring breeze carries the scent of magnolia and the soft, damp breath of the river. As night falls, the bustling market street winds down, and a vendor carrying 2 baskets of unsold magnolia flowers slowly walks towards the inn. Paper Heron leans on the windowsill watching. She doesn't blink until the vendors disappear into the distant shadows. What's on your mind? I was thinking, every time I come down the mountain, there's so much that feels new. Like that play receiving longevity. That was my first time seeing a floating stage on the water. They were so far away, I could hardly see the person wielding the sword. But it must have been amazing. The cheers swelled like ocean waves. And the lanterns on the boat, they lit up the whole river.
Yes.
Sorry, I was looking at something on my phone real quick. We've just come in time for the Dushul festival. It's my first time seeing it all, too. They weave such beautiful lanterns. The bamboo. God. My throat. The bamboo, bro. The bamboo. Oh my gosh. Okay. The bamboo splints they use are shaved so thin and woven together as finely as thread, and when they move, it's like watching carp swimming in a lotus pond. Brother Liang bought one once. Do you remember? You're
But-
right, he did. But I like these lanterns more. Though, I'm not so sure about all the new food. Tofu with white fuzz, fish with strange flavors. Not to say they're bad, but... And the magnolia cellar just now. We also saw one at the city gate this morning. Magnolia flowers. Yes. You can take some back if you like.
Well,
I would like some. But I'm worried they'll wilt. Oh, they'll wilt before you make it back to the mountain. It's better that someone else buys them. They'll last longer that way. Here you are, your tea. As they're talking, a waiter arrives with their tea and 2 plates of delicate pastries. These pastries are a delicacy from the Wu region. I hope you enjoy them. You have pastries from... Oh, you have pastries from Wu.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. We're the only establishment in all of Guangzhou that sells them. See that ferry out there? Delectable as they are, these pastries don't keep for long. They're best fresh from the boat. Were they to be sent to the next town, they'd lose their flavor before they ever arrived. Guangzhou is all mountains, which makes travel difficult. But there is a ferry just east of our Chun town. Thanks to that, we can use horses and boats to deliver these pastries here while they're still fresh. Wu style pastries are the finest, though. They tend to be very sweet. I do hope they're to your liking.
much appreciated.
Thank you. Now I have to try them. She picks up the nearest one and examines it carefully.
It's very sweet.
What an... Ah, it's sweet. It's filled with red bean paste. I did warn you. Before you asked. No, there are no refunds! Ah! Pearlfinch shakes her head with a smile and pushes a cup of clear tea toward Paper Heron. Drink this. It will cut the sweetness. With the spring's tea leaves not yet ready, the establishment still serves last year's tea. Its leaves are aged, but the brew was light and clear. This mung bean cake tastes nothing like the ones our brothers bought. By my eye, it seems they've used sticky rice and sesame oil. I wonder how they mix it all together. If I were to sell them, I wouldn't use that rock sugar bean paste. I'd go with something lighter.
Hmm.
Well, what's better? Maybe salt and pepper? Oh, wait, why are we... Pepperhead?
Finch.
Are you still listening? The wind picks up, bells chime gently under the building's eaves, and a pair of resting birds fly away, startled.
Heron.
Is it truly your desire to go down the mountain and sell cakes? Hmm. Of course, but I can't just leave. Just like our brothers, they don't really want to stay on the mountain either, do they? Brother Liang, I've watched him practice with his sword. He's amazing. He wields his blade like the heroes in a story. The ones whose swords can cut water.
But
But our techniques focus on regulating chi, concentration, and visualization. Longevity sword cares little for physical sharpness.
That's right.
True. And Brother San lives only for poetry and song. When I first came, he'd have his nose in a book of verses all day. All that knowledge, and he still couldn't remember the Grand Master's full title. Convincing him to read Taoist texts for decades would be a real challenge. You've all been so kind to me, stayed with me. How could I possibly leave you behind? You. I can't even... Hold on. Do you have any idea how many dreams of joining the White Horse School? Oh wait, how many dream of joining the White Horse School to learn the method of longevity? And yet, the three of you act as though it's nothing.
But what's the difference?
Between selling cakes and studying the method. There you go again. She lets out a long, weary sigh. Of course there's a difference. Half-melted snow leaves the ground slick with mud. At times like this, few are willing to brave the streets, save for a couple of tired-looking market-stall vendors leaning against the roadside.
I think that...
You know, I reckon we should head to the big fair in Jewel County next year. What's the point of staying in Chuntown? I'll think about it. What is there to think about? Look around. The town's empty. The only way to make money here is by depending on travelers or getting into some shady business. The second is not an option for us.
I see.
I know. But my family has lived in Chuntown for generations. Leaving isn't as easy as all that. Not like it's any different for me. We know what they say. A transplanted tree dies, but a relocated person thrives. Suddenly, the sound of hooves cuts through their conversation.
May I ask?
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the East Port? East Port? I can tell from your accent that you're not a local. We're going to the Jew County Fair. The port is in the wrong direction. That's quite alright. I'm not heading to Jew County. Forgive my asking. Why are you going there alone? That place is all but deserted. Wait, what?
Not to worry.
Oh, I'm not traveling alone. I have a friend with me. She forgot the way, see? So I thought I'd come back to ask for directions. Excuse my friend, dear miss. What do you do, or where you travel is none of our business. See the python ahead? Go past it, head straight east, cross the woods to the river, then follow it downstream.
Much appreciated.
Thank you kindly. She bows and turns to leave, but stops short, remembering something. One more thing. Does the East Port have a ferry?
Yes.
It did once upon a time, but it's been empty for a long while. Oh.
I see.
I thought as much. I believe I've traveled on one there before. You must be joking. Even in my grandfather's time, the ferries were deserted. What could you have possibly traveled on one? Bum, bum, bum. Oh? I don't know why I didn't notice it was doing the to be continued. Like the regular stages. Sorry, I didn't claim that. I claimed the Discord stuff. So I wanted to go back. Okay. I wish this was at the top. I like that the cheng heguang one is at the top. Can I get the paper heron one at the top too, please? Old tricks. Oh. Forest. Why are we in the forest? Yeah, yo. The melting snow lies thick, soaking last year's fallen leaves and branches. Pip slogs ahead through the mud, pulling her mule behind her. Thought the path would be easier once it warmed up. We could take a breath here if you'd like. Paper Heron takes the mule by the reins and ties it to a dead tree beside the path.
Why is that?
Is there a reason you don't ride your mule? Hearing the question, the mule looks up at the Taoist and drops its head and continues its search for seeds under the leaves. Because he isn't mine. The chi stagnation we're seeking stems from somewhere near an old man's house near the East Port. I wasn't able to fully explain what chi stagnation is to him. Still, he understood I wanted to help and insisted on giving me this mule. But until I finish what I came here to do, I can't accept his reward. Pip affectionately pats the mule's back. Paper Heron gives a nod of approval and gives the mule several pats of her own. You're right. It's the proper way to do things. Heron, you said you've been to the East Port before. When was that?
I
Yeah,
don't remember.
I don't recall exactly, but I know it was very many years ago.
But
You don't appear to be much older than I am.
Well,
And how do you know I haven't used the technique to preserve my youth, Or that I draw power from moonlight? apply storax ash to my face each night, or drink a specially brewed tonic made with the purest water. Really? Which one is it? What's your secret? None. You're so gullible. I can't help but wonder how your family allows you to travel alone. Does girl have a family?
Aaron,
I think I've rested enough. Time to move. Maybe we can reach town before dark. Pip looks around, her gaze darting between unfamiliar landmarks.
but
I think I'm lost again. No! What do you mean you're lost again? No! Through the woods in the east. Oh, to the east, right? Which way is east?
Aaron,
Is east to our left or right? Oh boy. We're lost, bro. We are so lost. Oh, we're back where we started. Aaron, you don't know the way either! Oh my gosh. Well, I always followed my seniors. I never had the need to learn how to find my way myself.
well now, what to do?
But since we're looking for the chi stagnation,
通幽洞威，
maybe I can
莫运虚无。
come up with a different solution to help guide us. Channel the power of the way. Oh. Paper Heron opens her palm and blows, her breath gently lifting a paper swallow to the breeze. It wobbles in the air for a moment before tilting its head back. I left a trace of chi on it. As long as we're not too far, it should be able to guide us to the stagnant chi. My only hope is that we haven't wandered too far.
But
the swallow circles Paper Heron twice, then lands on her hair and begins pecking at its wings. Huh? It's never flown that fast before. Pip, did you see which way it went? It seems to be on your head.
Huh?
On my head. Ruh. She pauses, then retrieves the paper swallow from her hair. Cupping it in her palm, she brings it up to her eye level. The swallow remains. Still, all previous signs of life absent. After a moment, Paper Heron sighs.
now.
Alright, I understand. It's no fault of yours. We need you to find something else. Whispering to the swallow. Oh, in words Pip cannot understand. She swiftly sketches signs in the air with her index finger before clapping softly. Go! The swallow scans its surroundings, then flaps its wings and drifts toward the the brush on the right.
What do you think, eh?
There. Not a bad trick, eh? Oh. This technique of yours, is it similar to what you did to that brute's knife back at the inn?
That's right.
Good eye. It's just a little trick I picked up. I can teach you if you like. Come to think of it, we were so busy finding the way there that I failed to ask. Why were you fighting that man in the first place? He's a fraud. One that almost fooled me too. He had set up a fortune teller's stall by the bridge. He claimed the land was cursed, blaming it for the town's decline, and offered to cleanse the misfortunes in exchange for offerings. At first, I thought for certain he'd know more about chi stagnation, so I wanted to ask for his advice, but after observing him for 2 days, I realized he was a fraud. He had enough skills to convince the villagers, sending dead leaves spinning in the air, making pebbles float, that sort of thing. But when I confronted him, we'd hardly spoken a few words before he'd drawn his blade.
I see.
But before he fought, did it ever occur to you that you might lose?
I think.
I wasn't about to stand back and let him swindle those poor people out of their money. Besides, you can only be sure of victory if you fight. And what was your plan if you didn't win? I figured someone like you would step in and put things to rights. What if there wasn't anyone? Paper Heron moves a dead branch out of Piff's path. Thank you. If I'd failed, I'd have retreated. There'd be no shame in losing, and when I'm older and stronger, I would return and win. When I'm around your age, I doubt I'll lose to anyone. Hey, my age. That's a lot further away than you might think. I have to say, your strategy of retreating when you can't win is truly a Taoist act. Follow the heart and accept the natural way of things. Pip walks a few steps ahead in silence, eventually speaking with her back still to Paper Heron.
Heron.
That fraud spoke lies, but his words about the town failing, those seemed true. The old man who gave me this mule said Chuntown was once a bustling place. Now it's only lively during the big fair in Zhu County nearby. Can stagnant chi flow make so many lives go wrong?
Perhaps.
Maybe. Plants die, water turns foul, animals leave. It all can happen. But we need to see for ourselves. Many things can change a town's fortune. Ever since I came down the mountain, I've tried to right wrongs, fight when I see injustice. I've even exposed a few cheats along the way. Pawnbroker Wong forced low prices and exploited the townspeople. I argued with him. Xianxi Li deceived his patients by selling incense ash as elixirs. I called him out. And Zhou, head of the armed escort, let his men bully the merchants, so I fought him too. But nothing seems to have changed. Maybe I just don't know enough. If I were like you, or even better than you, that wouldn't change anything. You have a good heart, Pip, and your mind is in the right place, but there are some things no one person can do. Great skills can make a dead tree sprout and a flower bloom for 100 years.
But
no one can return. No one can return to a spring that has already passed. All things all things flow as they will. Paper Heron suddenly tilts her head, listening to something in the near distance. Then she smiles.
never mind.
Forget it. Let's just focus on what's in front of us. Listen, do you hear water? Ah, not me hitting my mic. Give me those drops. Withered grass. I bet we could probably finish Paper Heron's story today. And maybe start Cheng Heguang's, I guess, by the way we're going. Apricot tree.
Whoa.
Your paper swallow is amazing.
Hmm?
Is this really the East Port? It looks nothing like I remember. It's quite different from the town, too. Frost still clings to the trees near the water, bearing signs of life or greenery. Ahead, the river moves slowly, cutting its path through stretches of dry grass and sandbars. Next to the door of a tall, worn house. Near the door of a tall, worn house, an old man with white hair and a beard stares at one of the dead trees. I was just thinking the same thing. What do you... Suddenly the mule lifts its head and brays, and without warning it charges forward. Hey, you! Don't be so impatient. You're back. Didn't I tell you to accompany this nice young lady? The mule stops beside the old man. It seems more comfortable here with you. I only want to do the right thing, sir. There's no need to give me anything in return. No. What would an old man like me do with a mule, anyhow? You're a strong, good fellow, aren't you, boy? You'd be wasted with me, don't you think? Now it, doesn't just jump forward. I know, I'll miss you too. But this is for the best. Once many people passed through here. I made enough to feed you back then. But now, well, sorry, I can't anymore. He gently strokes the mule's ear and sighs. Look at me. Going on about a mule. What brings you back so soon? You can rest assured, sir. Help has arrived. This is Paper Heron. I may have lacked the skills to finish what I started, but I'm certain that she'll be able to help. Paper Heron smiles at the old man and glances thoughtfully at the dead apricot tree nearby. Seems we've come to the right place. Oh, don't trouble yourselves. The good days are long gone, and they're not coming back. Madam, I apologize for getting you involved in this nonsense. It is not nonsense. There's a strong wind in the air. If you're to stay, please come inside to talk. Oh. Old House Eastport. It's not much, but you're welcome here. Allow me to make you some tea. Bright light streams through the window, making the time-worn carvings difficult to see. Inside, the furniture is fine but old, lending the room a solemn air. All right. While he's making tea, let's speak freely. The Valor match is come back and my friend is gone, and I have a pineapple-shaped glass with... Hey, yo! Ooh, very nice. At least you have something. Frankly, about what exactly?
Heron.
The old man doesn't understand what's going on. How can he? But we both know this place is suffering from chi stagnation. On the way here, did you notice anything unusual? Now that you mention it, yes, there were a few oddities on the road. Oh my gosh, my throat is all goofy right now. Such as? Let's see. I got woken up by a fight, had my cake stolen by a mule, and spent most of the trip wandering around, lost. Quite the peculiar... Oh, quite the peculiar turn of events, wouldn't you say? Not that kind of unusual. I'm talking about the chi flow.
I have a vague memory.
That is true. This was once a busy ferry crossing. It's in food chat. Even though it goes in that food and drinks. If we're gonna be real specific. Yo! Oh my gosh, that's so funky. Very nice, Jasper. Oh, yeah. Oh my. You remember that old fairy by now. The old man hobbles over with a platter of porcelain bowls filled to the brim with strong tea. He sets them on the table. Its lacquer worn and patchy, but its surface clean.
Please.
This is a local blend. When the fairy thrived, even the people of Wu loved it. It can't quite compare to the fancy tea folk prefer now, but it's so it'll certainly quench your thirst.
That's all right.
This will do nicely, really. I'm not picky. Stop. Smiling, she takes a generous sip.
Mehelga.
Oh my, this tea is good. Better than most I've tried. Pip, you really must take a sip. Me, I tried it last time. Pip holds her warm bowl in her hands, but her focus remains elsewhere. Oh, anywhere else. She hesitates, then leans forward, looking at her companion across from her.
Heron.
I know you know more than you're letting on. Please, just tell me the truth. Do you think Chinatown went downhill because there's something wrong with the chi here? Outside the window, a dead leaf falls in silence.
Not quite.
No. What? No. Hey, yo.
Indeed.
The chi here is blocked, that much is certain. But he can't pin a whole town's bad luck on just that. As I said before, there could be many reasons for what's happening here. It could be the shifting of trade roads, or simply the tyranny of the human heart.
Well, everything has its season.
In the end, everything has its season. Not everything comes from magic and sorcery, nor can they be fixed by them.
Yes.
She's right. Wow, thanks, Milton. I don't understand she like the two of you seem to. Right. Well, the new trade routes that opened all through Ju County, so the ferry in town fell silent. That's just how things are. Please excuse her, madam. She's young and her heart is in the right place. She believes everything must have a reason, a solution. So it's not the chi?
But
I never said it wasn't. Stagnant chi flows do pose a bit of a problem. Paper Heron pauses for a moment, in thought before changing the topic of conversation to a more optimistic motif.
I think.
Spring comes upon a withered tree. True, I cannot bring spring back, but making an old tree bloom again, that I can do. What? There used to be a local custom to plant trees here, back when the ferry still ran. For those returning, the sight of our trees standing guard was how we knew we were home, even before the ferry docked. My family has lived by the ferry for generations. This apricot tree was planted by my ancestors. It's a reminder of home. Many generations have lived under its shade. My grandfather stood under this tree when he sent my father off to work on the water. My father stood under it to see me push off for the first time. But every time we returned home, the tree was the first thing we saw. And now the ferry is dead. Sometimes I think that the ferry, this tree, and I are all too old. If we could bloom again, I would grant this old man his dearest wish. Oh? Paper Heron tilts her head in thought, a wry smile forming on her lips. With a small flourish, she conjures a red paper-cut May blossom. It drifts down to settle on the worn table. Oh boy. Here we go again. Yuck, yeah. Oh man, I didn't even die! Get me out of here. Let me restart, bro. Restart. Why is that, like, all the way down there? Locking in just for paper cutting. No! I'm so far off. I'm so far off right now. Oh my gosh. Ah! Done. This is so goofy, bro. Yeah. All right. Another 110 more drops left. How much we got? Yes. How much do I need again? For the first package. No, this one. I just need 50 more drops, bro. I just need 50 more drops. Oh. We're chilling. Once I do these 2 stories, then I'll have the first thing. Oh. Sorrows of a Distant Past. Apricot tree? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Boatman. 3, 2, 1. Good. Throw the line. Slowly now. Don't hit anything. Where's the tea? I need a hand. The last of the cargo is loaded, and the bustle at the ferry terminal fades into the murmur. Sunset dances an apricot tree's shadow on the water, while a white bird glides over to its golden surface. This is the place with cheese stagnation? It seems normal to me. I was expecting crumbly mountains and barren earth. No wonder Master's mad at you. You hear only what you want to hear. What you're describing is the chaos of Chi when Lanzhou awakens. Chi stagnation is entirely different. Ah yes, that's right. I remember now. A place suffering Chi stagnation is effectively sealed shut. Nothing in it changes, grows, or dies, right? Close, but not quite. To seal away Chi altogether would require a very powerful artifact. Like Master's sword? Oh, Heron. Always drawn to the most peculiar things.
But
More often, the life force in such places quietly fades away. You might not notice it at first, but over time, this decay becomes evident. That sounds serious. It can be major or minor. A mountain might collapse, or a small patch of grass might wither. No one can predict what will happen until the signs appear.
Ah, I see.
The whole town could suffer a serious disaster or just. She glances up at the apricot tree. She leans again. This apricot tree here might not bloom again.
Yes.
Yes. Either way, we should act before any trouble arises. Better to be safe than sorry. From what I can gather, there are traces of Lanzhou's last awakening still lingering here. The flow of chi is still partially blocked. It's nothing too serious, but it's hard to get rid of for good. You'll need cleansing now and then. Really? That's great. I mean, yes, I can help you whenever you come down the mountain.
But
Any thoughts on when you'll be coming down next? The older Taoist looks at her amused.
I think,
I say about 200 years from now, give or take a decade.
Karen,
By then, you'll be able to travel on your own. You won't need to follow me.
200 years?
200 years ago, this was wild land, you know. No one lived here. Now it's a port with ferries and traders busy in its waters. Who knows what it'll be like
everything we
in another,
see.
in another 200 years. The waters and fields will remain, but the sights will surely change. A river breeze blows along the water's edge, knocking a few white and pink petals from their branches. Paper heron catches one. Paper heron catches one, holding it up to examine its dry, yellowed edge. Letting it fall to the ground, she turns to gaze at the tree
200
top.
years.
This tree could grow to be as tall as the May tree at our school.
Perhaps.
Perhaps if it's lucky. If no axe cuts it down. If no disaster strikes. Or in 200 years, it could be forgotten. I thought you'd be disappointed once you learned we're just saving one tree. I made a promise to the old man to help, and I will. Besides, saving a tree is a good thing.
But
But where do we start? The girl stares up at the long barren tree, unsure of how to proceed. I did some investigation of my own. Clearing the chi won't be the only difficulty. There is also an enchantment placed here by an immortal.
I think.
I think this immortal saw the problem and placed the enchantment to clear the chi. Clever, but over 100 years have passed. The enchantment has decayed, letting the chi stagnate once more.
But.
How am I supposed to fix an immortal's work?
That's all right.
Not to worry, I know how. Yes, she knows because she was there. You do?
Well,
Intricate as this enchantment may be, it is no immortal skill. It's a common ritual from my school. I've seen it many times since I was young.
that's right.
Your school? You didn't mention much about it on the way here. What's it like?
But.
It's in Huangzhou. We keep to ourselves up the mountains, so you may not have heard of it. Sounds like a nice place to learn and grow your skills away from the world.
All things have their time.
Not exactly. My master once said that in the old days, our seniors often descend to the mountain. There is even a tale of a sage asking the head of our school for guidance, but that was long ago. No sect lasts forever. As for the students... They must all be skilled cultivators of chi like you. Like me. Yes and no. Each of us walked a different path. I was the last to join, see? And I'd always been a bit of a handful. Still, they all cared for me. Brother Liang was impatient and quick-tempered, always training the sword. He didn't quite fit the image of a master, more like a storybook villain. He ventured down the mountain more than anyone, loved meddling in other people's affairs. Brother San hardly spoke, choosing only to read the Taoist text over and over. He had the appearance of a master, but he loved to lecture and scold people, and when he did speak, his words were often so fancy, and sometimes I think even he didn't know what he was talking about. I also had a Shizha at the school. We were the closest.
She...
Was kind. Her master liked her. Whenever there was trouble, we went directly to her, and if master was going to punish someone, we'd ask her to intervene. But she didn't quite fit the image of a master either. The masters and tails are always ill-tempered, but not her. She... Another river breeze ripples the face of the water, and several dead leaves float down from a bare branch.
Heron.
Paper Heron seems totally lost in the branches of the apricot tree.
Was.
Oh, sorry, I was lost in thought. Now this enchantment. It's not one I've ever studied formally, but it's common enough knowledge in the school. It shouldn't prove too difficult. Here we go. Paper Heron puts two fingers together, takes in a shallow breath, and releases. White chi swirling at her fingertips.
Oh.
贯气民宿，
Whoa.
沉动开威。
She draws a complex sign in the air, one Pip has never seen before, nor understands, then points toward the tree. Now. A clear wind, carrying withered grass, sweeps over the treetops.
Heron.
Is that it?
That's right.
I know you said it wasn't difficult to fix, but I was hoping there would be more of a show. Well, as you said, fixing it wasn't hard. Paper Heron lets out a slightly awkward cough.
But.
Despite my efforts, a problem still remains. Things are a little different from what I thought. I'll have to think of another solution. A little different?
About that.
Just a little. The enchantment is indeed for my school, yes. The way to fix it, I'll have to think on that.
I think...
This enchantment is simple but elegant. To fix it, I'll need to guide the chi using the same method employed when when it was first cast. The enchantment is feeble. If I use too much power, I'll destroy it. One wrong move and it's gone. I need to be very careful. Wait a moment. Paper Heron pauses mid-cast. She moves closer to the tree and taps its trunk hesitantly.
It...
This enchantment feels familiar. It feels like my searches work. That's great. That should be easier to solve, right? I'm not sure. Pip looks at Paper Heron, confused, but she doesn't look back. Instead, her gaze is fixed on the seemingly benign tree trunk, lost deep in thought.
I think...
Or like some kind of notification right now, but I don't see. Okay. Okay, Discord. You said you often came down. Oh wait. It's in my phone message. It's in my phone notification. Ah, there we go. I found it. Now I know where it's to. Okay, cool. Ugh. You said you often came down the mountain with your seniors. Perhaps you came here with your senior sister before?
perhaps...
Your surgeon. Don't say. Perhaps that's so. From what you've said, it sounds like you were close.
Indeed.
Yes, we were. Well, since you know the casters so well, you must be familiar with our habits and style.
I don't remember.
I have little memory of what happened back then. Oh, I see. Pip taps her chin. Taps her chin with her forefinger, thinking as she circles twice around the tree.
Heron.
Oh, I have another idea. The ritual is your senior sister's, so the key is to mimic her style. Wouldn't the easiest way be to ask her? Oh. Girl is no longer with us, I don't think. At first, I was stuck, so I came to you. But now you're unsure too. The only route left to follow is to find the original caster. She speaks earnestly, growing more confident with each spoken word. Well,
Yes, that's right.
yes, we'll likely be gone for a while, meaning we'll miss the spring's blossoming season. But as long as we resolve the chi stagnation, we can come back next year. Finding her might be difficult. Oh? Why? Is she traveling? In seclusion? It doesn't matter. You're from the same school. You must have a way to reach her. A way to reach her. It is possible, but I never learned how to summon a spirit. Wait, what? Summon a spirit?
You mean to say...
You mean she's no longer with us? Bum bum bum. I know, okay, I was like, oh, she dead. The answer is yes, she is dead. Give me that. I just need those 30 drops so that we can get the stuff. Okay. Okay, we at least... The hand she held. We at least finished this. I don't know if we start Chong and Guang's though, because we gotta do the survey as well. Is that it? Paper Heron's Suju sheathes her sword with practice ease.
Heron,
Stop staring. It's not a difficult spell. But the way you wove the enchantment was impressive. Can you teach me? You haven't been with us long enough to understand our school's core teachings. Even if you learned the forms, they'd be little more than empty poses, and you'd be unable to cleanse the chi.
I think.
With your natural talent, in 10 years or so, you'll have built a solid enough foundation that weaving this enchantment will come easy.
But
Well, what if I need to use it before then? If such a need arises, come find me. Another senior student, or even master himself.
and
And if I'm out alone and can't reach anyone. Pearlfinch shakes her head and chuckles. You're just asking questions until I say give it a try, aren't you? With so many new things to explore, one would think you'd be content as it is. Have patience, sister. 10 years. 10 years is a short time. Follow masters. Alright, wait. Have patience, Shemai. 10 years is a short time. Follow master's teachings, and I promise you, your time will come. 10 years is a short time. That's over 3,000 morning and evening classes. Over 3,000 recitals of the scripture of the Big Dipper.
You're still young.
Ah, Heron. So young, so impatient. 10 years may feel long now, but someday you'll look back and see it all as just a moment. Later, sure, but later isn't here yet. Right now, it's forever away.
Heron. In the future.
The master hasn't told you yet, but he intends to pass the 2 longevity swords to you. Longevity. Do you know what longevity means? Truly means? Our school's practices already extend our lives to be longer than most, and you with your natural talent and a mind so ready to grasp our core teachings are a rarity.
You have more time than any of us.
You must trust me when I say your forever will be longer than any of ours. Oh? Only mine. But what about the rest of you? Ba-ba-ba. Rip.
Heron?
Are you alright? It's my fault. I shouldn't have suggested. Under the apricot tree, Paper Heron opens her eyes, the here and now slowly coming back into puzzling focus. I'm fine, but you seem off. You've been walking in circles round me for a while. You haven't moved for some time, just stood there with your eyes closed. Does something remind you of your past? I was thinking about the enchantment, and a memory surfaced, that's all. I didn't mean to worry you.
I think...
Are you certain you're alright? You seem a little sad. Do I? I was just thinking of a way to solve our problem here. I wanted to remember something from back then that could help us, but relying on my memory as well. Unreliable at best.
indeed.
You said it, Pepper. Or you're right. Things here remind me of forever ago.
Well now, what to do?
I should think about what kind of person Finch. No, I don't think that would help. I should focus on how she set the enchantment back then. Paper Heron places her palm on the dry trunk and closes her eyes once more. Some things in this world follow the great cycle of the way, like the turning of the seasons, the gifts of nature, the rise and fall of a town. Other things hold the vastness of the world within their minute form, like the color of apricot flowers, a spring breeze, and a simple spell cast by a hand gesture. Like holding a familiar hand. I
found her.
Oh? A slight gasp escapes Paper Heron's lips as she reaches within herself to hold that hand. She always wielded arcane techniques with more precision than others. Her natural talent was nothing special. She had to rely on arcane techniques. She left space for future adjustments to the chi. I could feel it, hidden in plain sight. She was the most reliable one. She was entrusted with managing the school's affairs. She was also skilled in sensing the flow of chi. Appearing the most observant, most caring kind. Finch, I want to remember more about you. Oh my gosh. Dude, why did this cut start all the way over there? See, oh, now it's just dooming me to fail, bro. Like, they heard me complaining about this, and now they don't want to make it any easier. Gosh. Ah. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to like cut these out myself, but not like not the hard way, the easy way, the easy cutting out. Pip stares at a branch of dead grass by her feet, lost in thought. The mule approaches and nibbles at the root. She strokes his ear, her mind elsewhere. You also think she seems sad, don't you? Shout out the mule. It's all my fault. When we go back, I'll apologize properly to the elder. It's the least I can do, right?
I think...
In the worst case, we figure another method out somewhere else. A petal falls on the withered grass. As Pip looks up, her eyes widen in disbelief. Oh. The sea of dead grass shifts from gray-yellow to tender green, and in the center the dying apricot tree bursts into life. Great clusters of apricot blossoms weigh down the branches, like a waterfall of flowers. Petals light and thin drift on the gentle breeze like soft snow, vanishing the instant they land. Yo, they figured out how to do it! Pip cradles a petal in the palm of her hand. It feels alive, moist, and full. Flowers? A strangeness unlike anything that has come before. Never have there been so many flowers at once. It's as if all the apricot flowers of the last 200 years have come into bloom at once. Under the tree, Paper Heron rests her hand against the tree's gnarled trunk. Her white jade sword is drawn in her other hand, its white chi wrapping around her.
What? What is this?
This tree has a good fortune. Its chi wasn't fully cut off, see? Once the flow cleared, all the life stored over the years burst forth. Paper Heron gazes up at the tree full of flowers, her expression hidden. It's beautiful.
Heron.
You found a way to fix it.
Not quite.
No, not exactly.
But
I destroyed the old enchantment. You did? Why didn't I think of something so simple? No, I couldn't even see how the tree
Heron.
flowed. Even if the idea had struck me, I wouldn't have known where to start. Heron, you're amazing. You shouldn't doubt yourself. Like I said, the enchantment wasn't complex.
But
It's just that this may have been the last thing she left in the world. Oh, in this world.
You mean to say...
The last thing she left. She blankly parrots the words, her voice absent of their original meaning.
it was her.
Yes, this was my Sidja's work.
Why's that?
And you just destroyed it.
About that.
The enchantment needed mending, reweaving every 200 years. There's no one left who knows how. Even if we kept it, it would have faded over time.
Not to worry.
You needn't worry. I used my school's sword to set the chi flow right again. Even without anyone to tend it, there should be no more trouble.
You mean to say...
You mean the chi here will never stagnate again? Exactly. And is the old enchantment gone forever? No trace remains? Petals drift down, landing on Pip's hair and shoulders, and in Paper Heron's open hand.
Yes. Nothing at all.
Nothing remains. Dang! Rip. To be continued. Yes! Okay, wait. Go! Go! Get the thing. At least I'll have it now. Boom. Boom. Pop. Yippee! Yippee! Yeah! Yes. Yo! Look at that! Oh, it looks so nice. Oh my gosh. We did it. Ah! Oh, I love the little notifications. Like the way that the notifications are. It's the May Blossoms. Ooh. What have we got in the war room anyways? Hello? Oh, give me the goods. I will gladly take those. Ow. Wait, what do I got here? Oh, yeah, I can like put it back. Well, obviously I'm gonna keep it. Seen in the frame. Wow. I like the way that the stuff changed as well. Like, what? Oh, interesting. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, the incantation. Whoa, wait, that's funky. Okay.
I think I'll live simply for a time.
Alright, let's go
Sharpen
back
my
and finish
blade.
up Paper Heron's story. Yo! I'm free from that. Now I need to get... Is it worthy of 9 pulls? For me, it was! Ugh. I deserve that treat. I deserve that treat after my sweating. Ugh. I still got more to spend, honestly. Ugh. I want the suitcase decoration as well. What is it called? I forget what that thing is called, but it has like your stats on it. I want to decorate that too. Look, the flowers. They're really blooming. This calls for a celebration. I'll head into town and buy some wine for us. The real good stuff. You just wait right here. What? Wait! Please, there's no reason to go to all that trouble. You waited all this time for it to bloom. Only to take off the moment it does. Can you believe it?
Don't worry.
That's so silly. So what? We have nothing but time ahead. Really, but... Pip lowers her voice to just above a whisper.
But
But he's nearly 80 years old. Did he say something? Nothing. Never mind. I think the sun will set soon. Dang, she's like, bro is old. You're right. We should rest while it's still shining. Paper Heron stretches out on the revived grass, and Pip takes a seat beside her.
Heron,
Where will you go after this?
no idea.
I'm not sure. I've left matters in Guangzhou with a friend, so perhaps it's time I explored somewhere new. And you?
I think...
Maybe I'll go home. I still have a lot to learn. Actually, I slipped away without telling anyone. Whoa, Pip! What the? Okay, no, yeah, no one let her go. I suspected as much. You're too young to be out here alone. Your family must be worried about you. Soft blades of grass press against Paper Heron's fingertips, a sign that they're still growing.
Heron,
I have another question. Go ahead. Have you lived a long time? The things you mentioned on the way here, the East Port, being busy once, they're all from the past. And the story of the immortal in Guangzhou dates back nearly 200 years.
sorry.
I'm sorry. It's alright if you don't want to talk about it. Just forget I asked. The wind brushes against Paper Heron's hair. That's quite alright.
You're certainly sharp.
Yes, it's true. Not much gets past you.
But
But I didn't intend to. It's hard to explain. Just think of me like the old man's tree. I too have suffered a long illness. What does it feel like to live for so long? Well, it doesn't feel so special when you're ill for a long time. You almost forget what it's like to be well.
Why's that?
Why call it an illness? Many people dream of living longer lives. Even in stories, that's what the Taoists sought. You shouldn't believe everything you read in stories. And for what books, pray tell, did you find this information? The legend of the... of the Gutian. The White Horse Immortal, A Tale of Medicine, and 3 Years of Strange Dreams, a collection. So Legend of the Gutian
I
is still
have a
popular.
vague memory.
Even after 200 years, eh? I remember a story about a mortal seeking the way from the Gutian clan. He descends the mountain, only to discover that 1,000 years have passed. Those stories talk of immortals desiring the mortal world, or immortals yearning for the immortal realm. At their core, they describe what one cannot attain. My Sergio once said that as a person ages, time seems to speed up. I didn't argue then, but deep down I disagreed. When you're young, the blooming and fading of flowers marks the season. But time doesn't change, even decades later. Flowers still bloom, seasons still pass, everything feels just as it did. But now, I see she was right. The first 10 years feel slow, but the next 10 are easier to endure.
All things pass in time.
After that, the days just pass, one after another. Pip gazes at the sky. I don't quite understand. I'll be 17 soon, so for me, this is the 17th spring.
How many springs have you seen?
Paper Heron, how many springs have you seen?
I don't remember.
You certainly asked tricky questions. Not far away, the mule lifts his head, braying and running off as if it spots something. I'll go get it.
We're in no hurry.
No need to rush, eh? It won't get far.
But
It likely knows this area better than us. It'll come back if it wishes it. Oh? No, I made a promise. I have to keep it.
Hmm?
What promise? When we met today, I said I would help you any time you needed it. I wasn't sure how and when I would give it. But at the very least, I can fetch your mule.
my mule?
My mule? She looks up, surprised, grabbing herself on her elbow to better see Pip.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, the mule should go to the one who fixed the Chieflo. No, to the one who saved the tree. So it belongs to you now. Well, I suppose it'll give me a companion on my travels. He's a slow thing, but it's not as though you're in a hurry. The sound of the mule's steps grows quieter with each passing second. I should go check on it.
I'll be
You stay
right
here,
back.
alright? I'll be right back.
Best be quick then.
Sure, you better be quick. Paper Heron lays her head back down. The rustling of the grass quiets, and the rays of sunlight feel warm on her skin. It's not long before she closes her eyes and drifts off to sleep. 17. The year I went down the mountain with Finch. I was 17 then too, I think. A soft rustle from the brush rouses her attention.
Hmm?
You're back. Where's Pip? She pats the mule's neck affectionately. The mule ignores her instead, shaking its ears and walking over to the tree to munch on the new grass. Good timing. You can help me think.
How many springs?
Have I seen? How many springs have I seen? The same spring breeze blows, the same vitalized grass sways. The mule gives no answer. Is it 200 springs? 20? 1? Or has she lost all of her springs? Oh?
I see.
Master, I thought long and hard on the matter yesterday. Please don't be too harsh on with her. We will all leave one day,
In the future,
and when she does, she will walk a long, lonely road.
don't make her loneliness any heavier to bear.
Yo! We finished the Paper Heron story! Yippee! How to raise a mule. What an achievement. Alright, let's go to the survey stage. Survey says... Oh. Yay. Thanks for that. Whoa, wait. We got... Poeberry, Anon Lee, and Kipperino. Interesting team. Okay.
Ah, Bangala!
Так ярко и тепло. I've got your back.
Easy lah.
Let me think on it.
Relax.
Copy that. Lily.
同游的微，莫运虚无。
Thank you for your cooperation.
Ow. My
Thunder
nose.
Talisman. Scientific
Nose sounds
version.
good.
That seems dangerous.
Oh, easy now.
Так ярко и тепло. Don't take a wrong step.
Dang, look at that shield, bro. Look at that shield. It's like over half of their health bar right now on low. Don't worry, guys. I think they're.
No worries.
Ah, an
I
interesting.
think they got this.
Let me help, please.
I don't know, guys. They might still die. Dang, that damage. Wow.
天道地法，其势好还。
Oh
I
my.
smell the scent of mint oil. ярко и тепло. I've got your back.
Copy that.
Oh wait.
Ah, and
Easy lah.
No worries. Hold your breath.
Oh well.
and that's that. Rise.
Thunder Talisman Scientific Version.
Come back to me. Так ярко и тепло.
Oh, easy now.
Don't take a wrong step. Так ярко и тепло.
Ah, an interesting one.
Or maybe take
Such is the way.
relax. Hold your breath.
What is the way?
Concentrate and visualize.
I should have used her other buff.
I've got
Her
your
other
back.
buff had 5 impromptu on it.
Heaven and earth are one within me.
Dissolved. Ah!
Please, don't resist. But only for an instant.
Oh. I see what the secret. What the secret?
Don't take a wrong step.
Oh, please.
I've got your back.
Is it heat? I think it's healing. I would imagine. Can I see? No, it's a target attack. Okay.
Copy that.
Let me.
I think fun. We need some people.
Easy lah. Crackers and fireworks.
从幽动微，莫运虚无。
Даже далеко в космосе. Все равно здесь. Со мной.
Thunder Talisman Scientific
Come on, man.
Version.
You better bring that now. First. Yeah. Oh, these guys aren't good.
Так ярко и тепло. Don't take a wrong step.
Chocolate check. 好先子 check. Copy that.
Wait.
Easy lah. Chocolate check.
No worries.
Ah,
Or maybe take a deep breath.
唔該晒 Lily.
Oh. Alright. I forgot her ultimate. Yo! Those guys.
Please,
What? They're not
don't
cooked yet?
resist.
Bro, come on.
and that's that.
Так ярко и тепло.
No, puzzlinga.
Give me the drop, bro. And now I gotta restore my drop supplies again. But also I want to use them, so I... Nah, by the time I play Reverse 999 again, I'm gonna have a lot of drops again. Trust, guys. Trust. And then I won't be using them either. I'll be saving them up for Enigma? Oh, I only have 3 more left to do. One of them's Cheng Guang. Watch Gutian's antidote? Wait. That became Gutian's? Wait, Gutian? Wait. That one's Cheng Heguang. What's this? Complete the level. Okay, I just gotta do everything. Is Gutian? My man, Gutian. Hold on. Gutian. Gutian! My man! Oh my gosh, wait! My man is here. Oh no. Oh my god. 3 days! 3 days! What? Dude, I didn't know about this one. Okay, wait. Wait. Is that what this? Wait. Okay, wait. Speedrun this right now, maybe? A story told by candlelight. Okay. For those who master the art of music, humanity has no shortage of praise. One especially exaggerated claim goes as follows. When the most skillful musician performs, even phoenixes will land gracefully upon his shoulder. Fragments of quiet conversation are swallowed by the darkness. Fortunately, there is still a single candle. Tap to light the candle. Okay. Under its dim glow, the storyteller's face slowly comes into view. In every way, he is an ordinary young man, the flickering flames reflected in his lies. There are far too many humans like him in this world. Some grow accustomed to lies, others hold loyalty as their creed. At times they prize their own lives above all else. At others, they sacrifice them for reasons unknown to anyone. Truly inscrutable. Musician. Once upon a time, there was an incredibly gifted guzheng player. One spring, he sat alone beneath a parasol tree and played a newly composed piece. It was his life's proudest work, only it lacked a proper ending. I can't spacebar. The listeners seem unimpressed. Noticing this, the musician clears his throat and unconsciously drops a hand to his side. A moment later, as if touching something reassuring, he speaks again. When the piece ended, the guzheng player... Wait, hold on. I want to see how long this is. Okay. When the piece ended, the guzheng player looked up and saw a bird-like immortal with a human head standing before him. Why do you stop playing? He asked. The Guzheng player... the Guzheng player. Not the Guzheng player, the Guzheng player. No, the guzheng player replied, "This is as much as I've written. I'm not sure how to continue." "Then allow me to complete it," the immortal said, "and together we shall create an unrivaled score, the likes of which the world has never seen." The candlelight is too dim to reveal the listener's face, but the musician does see a finger idly tracing circles on the tabletop. Another cliched story, another tale of a frustrated human yearning for the unreachable, hoping for the day an immortal might lower their gaze upon them. How laughable, how dull. I can prove it to you. Perhaps this time will be different. A faint rustling sound. He places something from his side onto the table and slowly pushes it into the candlelight. It's a guzheng. Tap the underlined words to view additional information. Okay. A guzheng. An aged guzheng, covered in fine cracks. The lacquer is old, but under the light it holds a shine that can only come from years spent in careful hands. The strings tremble faintly, as if an unfinished melody still breathes within them. The musician then slides over a small knife. The listener accepts it, absentmindedly turning it over in his hand. A rather fine guzheng maker's knife, with a plain, sharp blade. Try cutting the strings. The listener taps the top of the table with the knife handle in response. He extends his hand. The blade pauses on the strings. Flick. Then a slash. Tap to cut the string. Oh. Utterly unexpected. A soft gasp leaves his lips as he leans in for a closer look. The strings are no ordinary black silk. Their hue is a pale blue-gray, with a texture resembling feathers. They shine with a faint, silvery light, and the candle glows. The immortal and the guzheng player became fast friends, admiring his new companion's talent. The immortal stayed in the human world, using his arcane skill to alter the bones of the guzheng player, along with his fate. From then on, the guzheng player's life flowed as smoothly as a stream, and his name spread far and wide. Altering one's fate through the changing of bones, the listener straightens up. He has heard such outlandish rumors before. Perhaps there is some truth behind them after all. Here before your very eyes are strings fashioned from the feathers of the immortal. The listener waits for him to continue. A divine beat Oh, a divine bird ascended from a mountain. A gifted human. A reshaping of destiny. It's a good story. This musician might just be the one he's looking for, but is he good enough? Can his talent capture the attention of a divine bird? Under his audience's scrutiny, the musician takes a deep breath. This is not the first time he has told the legend of the Mima, and it will likely not be the last. The Guchin player in that story was my ancestor. Oh. Okay, let me see. Oh, it should tell me how many. 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, there's 10. There's 10. And then there's 2 different endings. Okay. Like old friends. The rain does not stop until nightfall. The dark clouds disperse, and the moon makes its quiet ascent. In its light, a single drop of dew slides down a slender leaf, itching its way toward the tip. This is the place. The bee-mung draws in his wings, and lands in a clearing halfway up the mountain. Last year's fallen leaves are soaked with dew, the new grass beneath yet to grow in. It is as soft as a blanket. Across the path, and the shabby hut is right ahead. A plain, low thatched hut, with a few slabs of blue stone, weighing down the ridges of its roof. It belongs to one of Gutzian's kin, who descended the mountain before the two ever met, never to return. Now it has been made the home of a human musician who wandered into the mountain by chance. With a lift of his wings, his bone staff floats lightly into the air and taps at the door. Shabby mountain hut. Above the last pitiful dregs of firewood, the musician sprinkles the crushed tea leaves into water drawn from a mountain stream. Even though the water only boiled once, the flame in the small clay stove slowly dims. He sighs and places down a pair of ceramic cups he fished out from some corner. They're charmingly antique, not of recent make. He fills them with the tea. A cup is pushed towards the visitor. Thank you. The Mimung does not drink tea, yet still extends a wing to pull the cup closer. On a chilly spring night, the touch of warm water has a way of settling his heart. The aroma of this tea seems different from before. The musician moves the tea set aside and sits down across from Gutien. Though you live in the mountains, you seem far more familiar with the lands below than I'd expected. I take little interest in what goes on down here. I have indeed heard a thing or two. Gutien cautiously inhales, fresh but with a hint of bitterness. Curious. Perhaps because everyone brews it in their taste, he thinks. The Mimung's ferry news from below, along with the latest tools and techniques. Thus I have some knowledge.
I know very little of it.
I've never ventured there myself, though. I can hardly claim familiarity. The Mimung shakes his head and changes the subject. Has your instrument been repaired? Following with his gaze, the musician looks to the plain Guchin at his side until he presses a hand against the strings. There are no materials in the mountains. You will have to wait. A lamentable shame. I had hoped to play something for you. Pay it no mind. Your bones have healed well. I dare say your departure from this mountain is approaching. Yes. He stares absently at the wavering candlelight. In the silence, the lonely wick flickers and crackles. The faint sound startles the musician, returning him from his momentary stupor. He immediately smiles and turns towards Gutien. I've opposed for too long. Should I stay any longer, I fear I'd be overstepping. The mountains are pleasant, but they are not where I belong. When I arrived, the river was still frozen. But spring has likely arrived in the lands below by now. And the flowers along the Palin River should be in bloom. If I leave now and catch the east wind along the river, I might still make it back before summer. Perhaps even in time to ask a woodcutter for a fine piece of parasol wood. And what of your search for the legendary score? Will it continue? The musician shakes his head. This candlelight is far too dim. Would you mind brightening it a little? Oh. That's better, thank you. He glances at the candle, quickly looks away, and then smiles once more at the Mimung. The score. Ah, yes. That was why I came into the mountains. The day you saved me. I watched the sky grow darker and darker, heard the howling of wolves around me. With a broken leg and my instrument clutched in my hand, all I could do was sit beneath a tree. Even then, my thoughts were fixed on that legendary score. Even if the wolves came to tear me apart, I hoped they'd spare my hands so that I might at least continue to play. Oh, how I wished for an immortal to descend from the heavens at at that time. Like your kin who once gifted my ancestor that score. To humans, the Mimong might as well be immortals. Arcanists with human faces and bird bodies. They dwell deep in mountains no ordinary mortal can reach. Blessed with long lives, yet what truly awes and tempts is their ability to alter one's bones, and with it, one's fate. There is no need to name us as such. Mimongs are no different from humans. We too will one day fade away. But to me, this is truly the blessing of an immortal. In the candlelight, the musician spreads his hands. His fingertips and palms are thick with calluses. Though I never found the score, these hands were spared. That alone is thanks to you. The Mimong gives an uneasy shake of his feathers. Fine, call it what you will. The musician smiles at Gutian. But now that I think of it, after searching for so long, the score is probably not in the mountains. Or perhaps I am simply not destined to find it. Such things can't be forged. Besides, I've already met an immortal on this journey, just as my ancestor once did. When I return and compose a new piece, who knows? It might be even greater than that one. The Mimong thinks in silence, his talons lightly tapping the ground. You have made up your mind, so be it. But the path is dangerous at night. Come dawn, I will see you down the mountain. However, there's still one place amid these peaks that may hold clues about the score. Since you will leave tomorrow, perhaps you might come tonight and see for yourself. Gimme. Echoes from the mountain. Oh, whoa! Perhaps some tremors still linger in the mountain today. Enough to gather into a melody. Short tune fragments remain in the score left in the mountain. Spend points to unlock fragments. Every note is worth a different number of points. Fill the fragment with notes. The fragment unlocks when you've accumulated the required number of points. Tap notes to fill in fragments. Unlock the short tunes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so sometimes, okay, if I gotta do stuff like that as well, that makes this so much easier too. Holy moly, okay. I was thinking that I might have to be like reading like all these lines. Like just going for it. On this early spring night, in which the ice and snow have already melted, but new greenery has yet to grow, it is quiet and lonely. That's right. The musician carries his guqin on his back, following Gutian along the mountain path toward the temple. Records of the Mimong clan's history since their arrival in the Central Plains are kept in the temple of Gutian. If an archived copy of the lost score still exists somewhere on the mountain, it may well be there. Oh, I need to... My computer's probably gonna die before I finish this, though. So I need to pull up stream on my phone. So I can look at chat. From afar, they look like... The candlelight is barely bright enough to illuminate the ground beneath their feet. Even with the Mimong leading the way, the musician looks somewhat ragged, the night dew soaking his sleeves as he pushes through the waist-high grass. When Gutian stops once again to wait, the musician speaks up, apologizing.
I'm sorry.
You saved my life, for which I'm already deeply grateful. And now I'm causing you even more trouble. It isn't right of me to put you through so much. Saving others is but a simple gesture. I never thought to ask anything of you in return. But you shared something with me I never expected. By that logic, it is I who owe you. Something you never expected. The musician ponders for a moment, then taps his head in realization. Oh, your kin who once dealt with my ancestor. After all these years, you still remember him. I suppose you were close. Not really. And at least old acquaintances?
No, never.
You can't mean you were complete strangers. The Mimong gives a slight nod. We never met. Well, Gitian extends a wing, brushing aside a clump of white heguang grass blocking the musician's path. I'm simply curious why he, or rather they, descended the mountain. I have read every word from every record in the temple, yet found nothing of the answer I seek. The Mimung tilts his head toward him. You come from the lands below. I'd like to hear your answer. I see. The musician suddenly understands. After you mentioned it last time, I gave it some more thought. To a Mimung, centuries may pass in the blink of an eye, while the world down below has changed beyond recognition. After so many years of retelling the details of the story, the details of the story are bound to become unclear. What I've shared is all I've heard. As for any further details, I truly don't know.
At least...
Still, from the perspective of those below, what the story describes does not make sense. He pants as he climbs another stretch of steps. Humans may differ in temperament and appearance, but in the end, everyone living in this world wants for something. That never changes. Some seek power, some seek wealth, some seek generational fame, others seek everlasting glory. And of course, some seek peerless scorn. He can't help but smile, pointing at himself. I risked my life climbing the mountain for it. If your kin truly lingered in the human world for the same reason, that would be understandable. Of course, this is just a superficial view of a mere mortal such as myself. And you, immortals, do they also have things they seek? This time, the Mimung does not correct his choice of words. Very well. Since you've spoken frankly of your own matters, I shall also be truthful with you about my concerns. The musician lifts his head to look at him. The mountain light casts its silver glow on the Mimung's face, lost in thought. Like humans, Mimungs develop different dispositions over the years. The first Mimung to descend the mountain in memory. Some were excessively curious. One would bring back all manner of human oddities from the lands below. Oddities that would enrapture him day and night. Passing by his dwelling, Gitian had thought to himself sooner or later. And some were quiet and reserved. One had a favorite camphor tree. On moonlit nights, Gitian would see him standing silently on the highest branch, wings outstretched. Gitian assumed he likely wouldn't leave. Some Mimungs were mischievous and fond of pranks. One such bird loved to laugh. Gitian can't recall his face, only his cackling when he startled his kin by suddenly flying up from below a cliff. Later, they all descended the mountain, never to return. All I recovered were their bones. Bones that gave me no answers.
However...
I read of where they went after leaving the mountain, whom they met, the places they passed, but Mimung hesitates, his feathers trembling slightly. I still do not know why they left. It doesn't sound completely unsolvable, though. The musician pushes aside a clump of mugwort and takes a deep breath. He smiles at Gitian. Life in the mountains may be peaceful, but your kin must have longed for something important deep in their hearts. Important enough to give up their longevity. For those below, the mountain is often a pursuit. But to your kind, it's merely a bargaining chip to be extended. In the lands below, some work to preserve life through other means, no matter how shameful. Yet there are also those willing to sacrifice themselves for something greater. As for what that something is, the musician thinks it over again, and again, then shakes his head.
I'm not sure that.
Well, I am but a human from below. I can't possibly grasp how the Mimungs in the mountains fit. He adjusts the guchin on his back. The instrument is nearly too heavy for him to carry. Fortunately, the temple is just up ahead. Okay. Give me that. Some fragments contain existing notes. Existing notes cannot be removed, but they count toward the points. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. So it's law again. And then Ray. And then Ray. Okay. 7. Also. Oh, I see. So I get 7. And then I have to keep yapping. A temple in the mountains. Tap to light the candle. This is a temple of the Mimungs. Seeing the lights kindled before him, the musician pauses. It seems this place is not quite what he had in mind. The musician carefully steps around the layers of paper hung like drapes, almost tripping on the scattered scrolls strewn about the ground. I wish I could hit the spacebar, bro. I keep trying, because I grabbed some lip balm, so I'm like, well, instead of reaching out for my mouse, I'll just hit the spacebar, and it's still not working. It doesn't work here. Well, I must say, this is nothing like anything I've seen before. He notices a bone beneath the papers, and is unable to hold back his question. This is the remains of your kin. The mean monk steps further into the temple, not looking back. I be pronouncing things
Exactly.
goofily. Correct. Is this a custom of the mountains? Handling them in this way feels somewhat irreverent. The mean monk's voice comes from ahead. They are gone, but flesh and blood. They are gone, but flesh and bone. Why fuss over it? His voice pauses, tinged with curiosity. Your concern tells me it's different in the lands below. How does your kind treat the dead? Well, we also have temples, and then we will gather the remains of the deceased, assess their deeds in light, and enshrine them. How do you assess one's deeds? The musician freezes again, unsure of how to answer. How do we assess deeds? By whether they benefited others, or whether they served only their own aspirations. But can anyone but oneself truly know the natures of one's aspirations? How could others possibly judge such a thing? That goes hard, Gutien. On such a night, in such a place, the Mimung's voice sounds eerily calm, echoing as if both near and far. This is precisely what troubles me. By your account, those who descended the mountain must have chosen to pursue their own aspirations. But how were they to confirm the purpose of their lives? On what basis? Basis? Now I really don't understand what you mean. Gutien walks back a few steps, gesturing for his companion to look in his direction. On the way here, I told you of 3 of my kin. There's a scattered pile of bones. Gutien picks one up, for perfecting principles, and then a second one, for humans' joy and sorrow, and a final 3rd bone, for the injustice of the world. The Mimung gazes at them in thought. Remarkable aspirations indeed, nothing like those of ordinary mortals. Musician, perhaps, but now that is all but a moment from the past. They've returned here, silent and still. If they had foreseen such an ending, would they still have made the same choice? You said you were willing to die for a score. To me, the notion is no different from that of my kin. I'm curious how you came to your choice. So that's how you see it. To give everything for one's purpose in life is indeed a difficult thing to choose. And yet, to have the choice itself may be a blessing. In the mortal world, countless people live without freedom of choice. As he gives this vague reply, his gaze drifts absently out the window. The moon has begun to sink westward, and the sky has shifted from a shade of deep, inky black to dark blue. Dawn is still some time away. He withdraws his gaze, clears his throat, and changes the subject. How are we to find clues about the score among all these scrolls and bones? Can't imagine we'll come up with that much of anything. There's no need to worry. Just play something. What? Please, your ancestors responded with a mimon through music. If any clues remain here, they will respond. A mountain wind blows into the temple, causing the hanging paper to rustle. The musician reaches out to hold down a scroll that is almost blown away, offering an apologetic smile to his friend. I'm afraid the damage my instrument suffered in the mountains hasn't been repaired yet. Mimon thinks for a moment. I believe that can be solved. Resolved. I do not know what your instrument is made of, but whatever you need ought to be here in the temple. The gentle smile on his face slowly fades. Offer to repair the Guchen. Gutien's gaze falls on the musician's Guchen. Perhaps my arcane skill can be of help. Bro does not want us. His lips move, but at the end he only lets out another sigh. I appreciate it, but there's no need. I know how to repair a Guchen. He unfastens the Guchen and throws it to the ground. It lands with a heavy thud. Please believe me, I have no ill intent. What do you mean by that, bro? What are you gonna do, bro? Hold on. Oh, yo! Got the Gutsy N. Psycube. Gutsy N, come home now. Oh my gosh. Okay. 3. Hell yeah. Alright. Now I gotta yap the whole time, don't I? For these last days. Yelp. Okay. A temple in the mountains. In the dim light, the musician's hands clench, then loosen. I'm not descended from any great master. I'm simply the son of a guqin maker. My family made a living this way for generations. But I'm a fraud. At times, the musician recalls the desolate gate of his hometown, the scent of bamboo leaves and parasol wood, and similar memories that scatter like wood shavings. Under the shaded eaves, his father once told him the tale of their ancestors meeting a divine bird, and so he said he wished to learn how to play the guqin. His father laughed, then gently stroked his head. He did indeed have hands suited for the strings. Back then, they called him Little Phoenix. He was doted on like a beloved princeling. But his father left far too early. All that truly remained for him were a few absurd stories, ambitious with no clear directions, and a parasol guqin missing strings. As you can see, I can't really play the instrument, not properly. I know the materials of the strings and soundboard well enough, but I never had the chance to spend much time learning to use them. The young fraud took stock of all he owned. The story was well prepared. The parasol was a rare piece of fine wood. All that was missing was a miracle people could believe in. The musician found a Western merchant who sold arcane materials and discovered the miracles were cheaper than he thought. Fireproof cloth, the mane of a dying steed, and silk as tough as jade. Oh. And the guqin was complete. Once so beautiful, it almost looked as if it were really made from a divine bird's feathers. Oh, tail feathers. I left the village like that, with the guqin slung on my shoulder. The maker's knife my father left me strapped to my waist. Huh? The Mimong is a little surprised, but does not interrupt. There are always people willing to pay a hefty price to glorify their households with stirring legends. So the story was retold from his lips 1,000 times, polished into something extraordinary and complete. And yet, that instrument has remained forever silent. An immortal's blessing, a peerless score, a prodigious young musician. Nights filled with hesitation, a childhood like a drifting tumbleweed, worries tangled and knotted like rope. A story that charges onward or a real life. The musician can only have one of them. On many nights, he dreams of the past. When he wakes, phantom strings tremble softly, sadly beside his pillow, a reminder that they are still waiting. Perhaps one day he will finally give in, reach out and touch those strings that do not truly belong to him. Sometimes I think about how wonderful it would be if divine birds truly existed, if I really were a man favored by an immortal. Gutian lowers his gaze slightly. Birds that can change a person's fate do indeed exist, yet for a Mimong, this is a melody that can only be played and cherished once. And someone actually believed the story. They forced me to climb the mountain and find a Mimong for them. I see. When I first met you, I saw in your bones that you were hiding something. Now it is clear.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I didn't want it to be like this, but I had no other choice. He stammers as he explains. I never truly harbored any malicious intent. Mimong lowers his head to meet his gaze. The musician's voice grows quieter. I was conflicted. I know not to repay kindness with betrayal, which is why I asked to go down the mountain. I was afraid that if I stayed any longer, I'd begin having thoughts I shouldn't have. Please, let me go down the mountain. I won't come back, and I won't tell a soul that I ever met you. Very well. At last the Mimong calmly looks away. In the end, you never truly acted on your falsehood. You're not angry. Those below the mountain are all much the same, tossed about, uncertain. There is little that is fixed. I saw how you would choose. Besides, what you just spoke of was not entirely fabrication, although perhaps you did not realize it. He lays his wings over the body of the guqin, falls silent for a moment, and begins another story. Long ago, there truly was such a Mimong. A wisp of pale smoke slowly rises. Oh. Give me that reward. A tune that lingers. He's still in the temple. In a long time ago, so long that his kin still lived on the frontier, human cities had yet to appear in the Central Plains, and powerful humans and arcanists still walked the world, not yet reduced to legend. The Gutsians, the Mimong clan, created the first song and dance. The music of the Gutsian comprises 8 songs: carry the people, the swallow, nourish the green, raise the 5 grains, honor the way, exalt the divine, trust the earth's virtue, and bring all things to fullness. From that point on, countless Mimongs bore the gift of music. Among them, there was one who was especially intoxicated by the rhythm. Oh, by rhythm. He lost himself in music, rarely associated with his kin. Time in the mountains is long without seasons. I could not tell when he left. To a Mimong, 1,000 years pass in a moment. Don't think about it. How many years have I? I'll say this one. No matter. The Mimong sighs softly. For such a lifespan as his, 1,000 years and a single moment were nigh on the same. To me, it is the same. Different choices may lead to different outcomes. Due to your decision, you've grown more confused. The enemy may shift in ways both subtle and profound. Okay. Until one day, convinced he had learned every score the mountain could offer, he ventured down alone to see whether human music held any worth. He must have been disappointed. The musician was silent. Yes, he was disappointed. A human life spans barely 100 years, strips away the days of ignorant youth and helpless old age, and what remains is only a few fleeting decades. Within that time, one must still endure the difficulties of early affairs and endless hardships, the struggle simply to survive. Time that can truly be devoted to oneself is scarce. Even if one pours their entire life into music, it can never be compared to the Mimongs with their incredible lifespan. That is what life down below is like. As the seasons press on, life only grows harder. The Mimong pauses as gathering his thoughts. He went to many places, saw all manner of people. Bustling markets. 2 masters of the age agreed on a musical duel on the city walls with their teapots, drawing a great crowd. The sound was earth-shattering and sky-rending, indeed. Yet the Mimong remained bored, believing that something was still missing. Banquets of princes and nobles, amid the rush of dignitaries, and the drawing of curtains, the tinkling of crystal and pearls filled the air. On a rooftop not far away, the Mimong watched with a tilted head. A man in a tall crown rose from his seat, bowed deeply, and lifted his head and played the guqin. Less a song than a soliloquy of grievances. When the melody properly began, an uproar broke out among the guests. Someone drew his sword, another turned away with a weary sigh. Before the turmoil reached him, he turned and left. This was the poise of scholars, not the devotion of a musician. The households where music was passed down through both instrument and song. The Mimong recalled a towering courtyard tree, an arm span thick, much like the one near his mountain dwelling. It was a lonely courtyard filled with the scent of herbs. Its owner often sat there, holding a guqin, unmoving until the moon sank in the west. Mimong heard the owner's faint sigh. What a pity, so brief, after all. He thought if heaven had granted her 30 more years, perhaps things would have been different. And at first light, he left that burdened courtyard behind. A light breeze passes, and the candle flame suddenly wavers, bringing the musician back to senses. You mean, he never altered a human's bones? He murmurs. Of course, immortals have their own affairs. Why would they concern themselves with lives of mortals? That was not the case. Years later, the Mimong resolved to return to the mountains, feeling his worldly travels were finished, only to encounter a torrential downpour that covered the land in darkness and turned plains into rivers. So he stayed one day longer. The next morning, beneath a parasol tree, the Mimong met a young man in passing and heard a short tune he never heard before. The melody was free and wild, hardly a proper composition, yet it brought tears to his eyes. Unable to resist, the Mimong stepped forward to speak with him. The youth humbly said he had no talent for music, and that he simply enjoyed plucking the strings for amusement during idle moments. He asked the young man's background, and learned that he was just a local guqin maker. A guqin maker. Guqin maker. He repeats it twice under his breath, and suddenly stands up. If that's the case, how is it I've never heard of a great musician among my ancestors? If a Mimong truly altered his fate? Why have we, generation after generation, done nothing but make Guchin? Because it was just a simple tune. Utterly unremarkable. Utterly unremarkable. The Mii monk couldn't help but drink the phrase himself. What moved him was, in fact, something utterly unremarkable. There was no earth-shaking event that followed. The young man who played the Guchin was destined to die young, and so the Mii monk merely wished him a good life. And all his desires came true, that was all. But he still cannot believe it. The music that drew in Immortal's favor was nothing more than a casual trifle he himself could produce on a whim. That's I like that though. If it was that simple from the beginning, then what's the point of all his fabricated achievements? Etienne gives no immediate answer. Instead, he lifts the wing slightly, and the broken Guchin, once treasured, now tossed away, floats into the air. The dust is wiped away, and is turned over, as if by an unseen hand, revealing the instrument's goose feet on the other side. Neither metal nor jade, they are made of some material that gleams with soft luster in the candlelight. These are his bones. Milan left his remains to his friend, who fashioned them into a Guchin. In the candlelight, the musician's expression flicks and shifts. After a long moment, he speaks again. I understand now. You mean to say there's no need to strive for absolute perfection, so long as our hearts are sincere. Etienne looks at him quietly, neither confirming nor denying it. The truth is clear to me now. The music my ancestor could play, I can play too. If that's the case, then could I stay in the mountains? Life below is noisy, cluttered, and distracting. I know where I went wrong now. I just want to find a quiet place to devote myself to my instrument, as I did when I was young. But your destiny is not here. Etienne tells him plainly, you came from the lands below, and in the end that is where you belong. Yes, I should have known. He takes a step back, seemingly in a daze. After a moment he gathers the courage to speak again. But after I leave the mountain, will fortune ever bring me to you again? I don't know. I do not know. The Mii monk thinks. There is nothing down below that draws my interest. Yet my kin from the story had no thought of descending the mountain either. As time passes, perhaps my thoughts will change. They look at each other, silent for a little time. Only now does everything finally become clear. There is never any great musician, no score unheard by the world, and no ideal worth dying for. The young man who stubbornly chased such ideals to this place is only a petty fraud, though a harmless one at that. Dawn is about to break. The extinguished candle gives off a faint trail of bluish smoke.
Goodbye.
It's time for you to go. Alright. The Long River. A cool drop of dew falls onto the musician's forehead, jolting him awake. He returns to his senses and finds that he's already standing on the stone step leading down the mountain. Behind him, the path leading up is choked with weeds, unrecognizable. The Mii monk he spoke with is nowhere to be seen. Could it be that it was all just a dream? He feels the weight of his broken Guchin still resting on his back. He stands there quietly for a while, then turns to face the lush foliage of the mountain path. He gets to speaking, no one in particular. I will go down and find somewhere peaceful to stay a while. I've heard a place nearby called Pei City, beyond royal authority, where both arcanists and humans live. The musician pauses. From now on, I'll continue to study this instrument. Before that, though, if I may have such fortune, I'd like to hear the piece my ancestor once played. He hesitates, holding his breath while he waits. There is only the sound of wind rustling the trees and grass. I understand. The musician murmurs as if having reached a decision. He takes the broken Guchin from his back and carefully sets it on the stone steps. This instrument doesn't belong to me, but should be returned to his owner if you are willing. Unable to finish the sentence, he shakes his head and bows deeply toward the empty air. Then he straightens up and makes his descent down the mountain without looking back. A shabby mountain hut. The Mii monk's wings give a slight tremble as the newly repaired Guchin settles onto the table. The fracture has been properly mended with our arcane skill, leaving behind only a faint seam. It truly is a fine instrument. The maker must have been meticulous, polishing it again and again to achieve perfection. Only. He lifts his wings once more. Guchin floats in the air, revealing his underside. He narrows his eyes, noticing that the pair of goose feet is not perfectly aligned. Using bone for the instrument's goose feet is uncommon. Perhaps this is the reason for the baker's slight flaw. Or perhaps his heart was heavy simply because These were his friends for being. He shakes his head. Regardless, I do not see the bones.
Why?
And you, what did you think? Gutian asks the bones. They offer no reply. He lets out an almost imperceptible sigh. Left with no answer, he uses his imagination instead. Many, many years ago, on a spring night, a Mimong quietly descended the mountain with no word to his kin. He traversed mountains that seemed endless, crossed rivers that zigzagged and intertwined, past human villages from which came the barks of dogs and the crows of roosters. Like the divine birds of legend, he flew 90,000 miles. Yet he flew higher than the mountains where immortals dwell, farther than the crimson clouds that top the peaks. Even the heaviest dew could not dampen his wings. Only when the sky darkened did he stop to rest on an ordinary parasol tree. The moon sank westward. Humans and Arcanists alike slept. The forests, the fields, the mountains and rivers, the entire world was fast asleep. Gutian ponders. What exactly tempted him to stay? Perhaps, no, surely not for some immortal joy. Or perhaps, as if answering himself, he immediately denies it again. No, not even for that piece, or the one he played it. He looks down to the world below the mountain. The mountain mist is not yet fully dispersed, but the silken trail of the Palin River can already be seen blinking in the sunlight as it flows into the distance, toward unfamiliar towns, villages, lakes, and plains. Separated by a thin veil of mountain mist, life unfolds. Some are born, some die, some laugh, some weep. So fleeting, so hurried. Like the mountain dew, with more days gone than to come. Perhaps that is precisely why it is worth cherishing. The thought stirs his heart, beautiful and unforgettable. After a long while, the Mimong places the long, silent Guchen before him once more. Beyond the mountains, Palin River. A boat rocks upon the water. The musician suddenly swings his feet and looks toward the mountain. Sir, did you hear that? Someone's playing a Guchen. With a sudden movement, the small boat lurches violently, and the boatman stumbles. Hey, sit still! Don't go startling an old man like me! He clicks his tongue in annoyance and rows hard, steadying the boat. You must be hearing things. Palin River is running high today. Can't hear nothing but the water itself. He does not reply. His gaze fixed on the mountain. A moment later, he suddenly points ahead and shouts excitedly. No, sir, someone really is playing a Guchen. Look to the bank over there. I think the birds are taking flight. The boatman cranes his neck, peer into the distance, and sighs. The sun's out. Of course the birds are looking for food. What's so strange about that? But how loud could one person's playing be anyhow? You think it'd reach this far, and only you'd hear it? Maybe it's an immortal who's playing. The words slip out of him. The boatman cannot fathom what strange spell has come over this young fellow. He picked up on a whim. Oh my gosh. Ain't no immortals in this world, unless you've seen one with your own eyes. Aye. He opens his mouth and sinks back down defeated. He lowers his gaze to the shimmering surface of the Palin River. It's nothing. I must have imagined it. The boatman clicks his tongue again. Oh, this silly chatter. Just tell me where you're headed. I wanted to go to Pay City. Pay City? And where's that? I wrote. Why did my Siri start going? Where's that? I've been rowing for more than 30 years and never heard of a place. Oh, jeez. The story takes a different turn due to your choice. Oh, and yet this is no illusion. The cool breeze brushes past the Mimong's wings and over the faintly vibrating strings. It is another very, very ordinary tune, hesitantly played for the first time. Oh. The end. Yo! Look at Gutian! Oh, he's so handsome. Oh my gosh. What a man. Yippee! I got ending 2. Fascinating. I'll grab ending 1 on my own. I don't know how I'm gonna... Like, I don't know if, like, just, like, choosing the other options, like, would get... Wait. I suppose I can try. come here, Getian. Let's see. Okay, it was not. The thought startles the bird. He turns his head and flutters his feathers a few times. This is brushed away. Yet the doubt does not drift away with the feather dust. Instead, it clings like those irritating thorny fruits that grow wild in these mountains, catching and sticking to you before you even know it. The Mimung sighs softly. In any case, the Mimung's dedication to music was only natural. So one day, he had convinced every score... Oh.
Exactly.
It's the same thing unless I do different options.
No. Jeez.
As you can see, the path of the Mimungs was cut off centuries ago. They left one after another now. Etienne shakes his head. Last of my kind. There is nothing down below that just my attention, perhaps. Oh.
Goodbye.
The same thing. Okay, let's see if it... Maybe I'll have to do more to change it.
However, why?
Come on, man. There was a different option here, wasn't there? Yeah, there was. I think. This is just the same thing, isn't it? It is. Okay. Okay, yeah, I have to do more than that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that on my own time. I'll do that off stream. Yo! Alright, well, all we have to do is Cheng Heguang's story. And Cheng Heguang's story does not end in 3 days. So, we can do that next week. 16 days. Next week, we will do that.
I heard crickets chirping when my mother often fretted over this mole. A fortune teller claimed it would bring misfortune and danger.
That's not good. Alright. Let me pack it up here. Let me pack it up here, bro. All done.
I heard crickets chirping when darkness fell.
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hanging out for this longer time than usual as well, so that we could finish the Gutian anime. That was a very fucking time. Alrighty. Let me swap to the ending screen here. Well, please take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your time zone. I will be streaming tomorrow evening. We'll be playing Limbus as usual. So, I will catch y'all for then if you decide to join me. Alright, take care of yourselves. Good luck in your polls if you're pulling. If you're trying to pull for Cheng Heguang, I wish you luck if you haven't gotten him yet. If you're trying to get Paper Heron and you still haven't gotten her yet either, I hope you the best. I wish you the best. Alright. Take care of yourselves. Good luck. Don't sweat like me, but I hope you get the characters without having to sweat like I did. Alright. Bye-bye!